What's up, guys, and welcome to VSRL Week 7 live from Atlanta, where we're going to have some drafting on a mile-and-a-half track. That seems weird. Sounds weird. We're going to try to keep it peachy in Georgia with a little draft party. I think we're going to have about 16 people tonight. Garrett Helmlinger puts it on pole with a 32.24, followed by his teammate Austin Livingston. I'm kind of excited to see what this is gonna look like. Let's get a little through the field. So, like I said, his teammate Austin Livingston is outside. The 5 of Jamie Griffin is gonna start third. In fourth, the 199 of Mark Math. In fifth, Eric Labembard. I will never get your name right, man, until you hit me up with it. Starting 6th, 58, that's Thad Miller. Starting in 7th, that's Larry Dickerson. 8th, Joshua McKinney. I wonder what he's in today. Is he in the 96, the 43? He's in the 96, so we're good there. Ross Phillips starting 9th. Justin Cadenhead, he's in 10th. Joe Turkle, 11th. Brian Hennings in the 74 will be starting 12th. Morgan Cook in the 51 will be starting 13th. In the 44 in the 14th, that's Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez. And then 99 starting last, that's Charlie. We're going to go with Charlie Burt. That's exactly what we're going to go with there. Because don't ask me how to say that for sure. Well, here we go. Now it all comes down to this pace car leaving the track and leaving it to the drivers. See the 77. He's got control. Green flag is out, and away we go from Atlanta. Already you see some guys kind of panning out here. But here we go. See how big of a push the 5 puts on the 77 to get him out in front. See, he's really clear. Too wide. I see the 12. That's Eric. He's already made his way up to third. He's kind of pushing up the 5. Pans back here to the 96. That's Joshua McKinney. He's tucking in that bottom line. See, it's going to start looking over here at Justin Cadenhead. Morgan Cook battling out. It's 48 and 51. Already we got a blinker up front. I believe that was the 12. And we're single file, just like you'd see at Talladega or Daytona to start out a race. Some single file racing. Looks like 12 got a little bit loose. He keeps it pointed in the right direction though. Thad Miller's rocking. Oh, and the 12's going to let everybody pass him. But like I was going to say, the 58th, Thad Miller, you see he's rocking and a rolling in the 58 machine. He's sitting in that P6 position. So he's still where he started the race. And the 48 looks like he's just chilling on the outside there. He's not really going anywhere. Still single file with the 77 Garrett Helmlinger being pushed around. I'm setting it at 58. See 44. That's Luigi. He started 14th. He's already made his way up to 8th. And you still see Justin Cadenhead sitting and rolling on the outside. Maybe he can get his way down to the bottom now. He still sits up to the outside. He needs to get tucked in that line. Yeah, there he goes. See pans of Morgan Cook in the 51. Rowdy Energy. A little pink for this month. $114 laps scheduled around Atlanta Motor Speedway. Coming to lap 7. So a long way to go. And a short time to get there. And they're going to say that they're going to try to keep this race as caution-free as possible. Based off research, so I was talking to the admin, or listening to him speak before the race. Research for these Atlanta races since the repave, because remember Atlanta had the old surface where you could harvick around the bottom, keep that left front right on that white line, which I was pretty good at myself. Not to brag. But since the repave, it's made it more like a 1.5-mile Daytona versus the 2.5 Daytona. So a lot of people feel like they have more talent than they actually have. So people are uber aggressive and try to make moves when they shouldn't. So there's usually a wreck fest. So VSRL is going to try today to not follow the trend and have a nice clean race, which is why I think you're seeing everybody single file rolling around the bottom. Can't pass below that line, as you saw the 96 kind of clip it a little bit. Can't make a pass below it. But you can go below it a little bit if you need to kind of peek out and see. Scott Hemley has started the race from pole, and he's still running in first, with Jamie Griffin has been pushing him around the track. And Austin Livingston in the 65s, chilling in that third position still. And then, of course, right behind him, you have Joe Turkle and the 96 of Josh McKinney. And that's your top 5 through 10 laps around Atlanta. You know, I actually want to do a little ride along. You can hear him come out of that throttle when he gets too close. So you can definitely tell they're not being super aggressive right this moment. Well, this is Thad Miller we're riding on board with. He throws us back here. I do believe that was Morgan Cook. Oh, I don't know what happened up there. So they all pan out. The 77 lost a position. He may have gotten... I can already tell you he got hit too hard through the trial. You can see the deformed rear bumper. So that's going to be some unnecessary contact that was made there by the 5. Could have been incidental. I wasn't watching it. I don't want to, but I am going to go back and see what happened. Man, that's exactly what's going to be happening. You see the 5, Jamie gets too close. No, I think the 77 was already loose. So the 77... So that was on the 77, and the 5 just kind of tapped him a little bit there. So the 5, not his problem, or not his fault. More of the 77's problem. See the 65, that's Austin Livingston. He's kind of peeked his way up there to see if he can't make a move. He's outside Joe Turkle in that second position. He's just got no friends right now. He's having a side draft up at the top. Everybody's still single file. But full send for the 65 in the Summit race truck. And they're still chilling. What a great view we have here. $17 laps so far. Don't ask me what the 65. He's gonna make his way down there. He falls back in line. He'll actually lose a position since trying to make some passes there. So he'll drop back to 4th. Was running about 2nd, 3rd. And back to single file racing. Let's hope they communicate this when we get closer. Yeah, Todd, appreciate you for watching. And you can definitely tell that Thad's getting better week to week. He's being way more consistent. He actually finds himself in a playoff position at the moment on points. He's got to make sure no one like the 65 wins a race. You see, there's someone. That's the 99, I think. Driving up. He may have pitted. Let's see. He did not. I think he let everybody go by him. Oh, they have. Let's go see what happened here. Oh. Well, that's what happened to them. That's unfortunate. Get back up front where we have Jamie Griffin still leading. We've had 2 leaders. 77. He clipped the apron, got his 77 race machine a little out of whack. So Garrett Helmlinger then had a little contact made with the 5. 5 kind of moved him up out of the way after he got loose on the bottom. And that's what gave Jamie Griffin the win. The lead. You don't know whatever. I don't know what message was sent or said during the pre-race meeting, but man, these guys have kept it pretty calm. Just under a quarter of the way through of this race, haven't really seen many people really going for any contentions for the lead. Not really seeing a whole lot of passing. Everybody's kind of chilling, single file. So I wonder what kind of wrinkle that throws on the strategy. '65's up by the wall now. He's going to lose some serious positioning here. I think he hit the wall. See if I can't see. No, he's fine. He's just falling back. I think the 77, the 65, and the whatever the other number is that the 48? Looks like they're kind of just chilling in the back. And Ross Phillips, too, who's a part of that team this week. Looks like they're kind of chilling in the back. Like they want no part of this. Oh. Click on that exciting button and see what we can get here. Because I want some excitement. Oh, it's stuck on Morgan Cook in the 51. Nah. Looks like he's trying to let the 74 by who's not going. There goes the 74. He's finally going to peek underneath. So I think that's going to line up everybody from Orange Speed Racing in one line, which I've raced with Garrett a lot, and that's a pretty normal strategy when it comes to restrictor plate racing. And they have almost half the cars in the field, so it makes sense. See the 74, Brian Hennings. $33 laps completed. Working on 34. And I have a feeling at some point here we're going to start thinking about some gas. You know, Todd, I'm about to find out myself when it comes to how much gas they can have. I think everybody here wasn't thinking they were going to get green flag laps because I think they were thinking there'd be wrecks like crazy, so they'd be having to go to pit road quite often. So them racing as clean as they have right now has kind of put a damper on some of these plans. So they're going to use this first pit stop to know exactly how many laps they just went on green to be able to strategize the rest of the race. Which is what I did a lot of times, you know. You just used practice, would run it dry, and see what you could do. And see what came at you first. Was it the fuel warning or was it the tire warning? But they should be able to take gas only when they pit right sides if they want tires. So when they come to pit road, don't lock it up. Roll into your pit box and take some gas. And fill her up. He should take me up here. Let's go look at these liters. I saw the 5. He kind of dropped low. I think he was just getting some clean air. Oh, the 5. Lock it down. So he brings it in. That was 40 laps. You have Joe Turkle now leading the way. I think. We're back. 42 laps is what they just did. I don't really know how we... Not really sure how we dropped or what we dropped. So give me just a second. I'm going to leave the racing action. But you are currently watching the Atlanta Draft Party. 114 laps around this mile and a half. Live on Vector's Vision. Well, we're back. Hope this works, what I just did. It's a lot hotter in here now, but... I'm going to give it a whirl. So the drafting, saw the 96. He actually kind of put it out front and was able to hang out up there. But with the drafting, everybody can close back up. So you see the 77, he's now in third. See the 65, he had a slight blink out there. I have a blink count. Ooh, 65 with a big wiggle in the middle of the corner. Ross and Morgan, along with the 48 back there. 65 in the wall. He needs to hold it in the wall. Yeah, he's gonna lose. I think he's gonna lose that draft. He might grab it. Nah, I'm afraid he's lost it. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, he's dropping like a rock now, so he's gonna lose the draft. Did not like how close that gap, but there we go. See Thad. He's currently in 5th. Having a good run today. Seeing Thad run well must make Todd really happy. And we look up front. I saw Josh McKinney stick his nose underneath Jamie. Now remember, Jamie's actually 4 laps down, so he's just trying to unlap himself, running with the leaders. See Morgan and Ross Phillips there, 51 and the 1. Rowdy and Doritos. Rocking and rolling. 74. That's Brian Hennings. He's in 12th. Or he's in 5th. Started 12th. Oh, 96. Woo-wee. Woo. Hoo. Hoo hoo hoo. Let's back that up. You see, he's rolling that bottom, and he just clips the apron a little too much, and there he goes. Great save, but the 15 puts the 77 in the wall. They're all going to have damage. Thad Miller, he survived and went through, and what does that do? New leader. The 58 of Thad Miller is leading at Talladega with 54 laps to go. The 44 is now on the wall. Now remember, the 5 is 4 laps down. 3 laps down. Pardon. And Morgan Cook, who somehow just finds a way to survive these mile-and-a-halfers, has found his way up there to try to unlap himself, I will add. But he's up there to try to unlap himself. And you saw what has to be the move of the race so far. Thad Miller sees the 96 get loose and everybody heading toward the wall, which means the main track was open, and he shot right through there and put the number 58 truck, really hard to miss, by the way. It is very yellow, but he puts it up in that P1 position. So let's see if we can hold on for 51 laps around Atlanta. See the 96, he's going to go to the outside. He wants to get back up there where he was leading before he made the mistake of getting too low. Does Thad try to block it? He does not. He continues to ride behind Jamie, which I believe is the move. See what Morgan Cook does. Does he sit behind Thad and push him around? We are one caution away from this being from taking this whole race and flipping it upside down and putting it on its head. 77, he's lost some positions after he hits the wall hard. And the 96 gets back around. Thad Miller, I believe the right decision. Get back behind Joshua McKinney. Try to push him around that 5. Now some of you at home might be wondering, what the hell is the 5 doing? But Jamie has every right to race these guys as hard as he wants. As hard as he wants. Up until, in my opinion, up toward the end. Once it's toward the end and it's just you know, you're a lap down, several laps down, I would get out of the way. But 48 laps to go, he's got to do his best to try to stay up front of this and catch a lucky break. Because if he's in front of the leaders here like he is now, oh, the 5 gets loose, he's gone. So everything I just said. And that puts Ross Phillips and Jamie Griffin. He just comes up on track. The 48 back there. He had a little bit. So 96. That's Joshua McKinney. The one of Ross Phillips and Thad Miller and Larry Dickerson now. Haven't said anything about Larry tonight, and Larry gets involved. And the 65 is blinking, or the 48 is blinking a lot. He just blinked again. He's gone. Boy needs to get him some better internet. '96 gets loose. Again. Starting to wonder. Maybe these guys are starting to think. Maybe I need to put some tires on it. I think Thad is being smart. Todd and Cole. I think he's being smart, and he's probably saving his tires. These guys are racing hard. That ain't having it. He's going to hang out for a little bit and sit in the top 5. 96 is losing his tires. Larry Dickerson, the 25. He sticks his nose to the inside. He's going to try to contend here for P1, and he's going to get it. Maybe. I think he got it. Yep, Larry Dickerson leads that lap. Lap 70 of 114. 45 laps to go. Then make it to the backstretch out of 2. No problems so far this lap. You see the 5, Jamie, he pushes the 96 back out in front of the 25. Jamie probably wishes he can go back and take back his mistake when he was spinning down pit road. '96. He goes up there to defend the lapper for whatever reason. He doesn't need to do that. Sit in front of the 25, being Larry Dickerson. And let's see what Thad is seeing. You can hear Thad being very, very cautious about making moves here. He's not in it all the way. He can easily take the momentum and leave and go around with these boys. Be him. He's kind of feathering, just making sure he holds on to the draft. Starting to wonder if everybody's tires are starting to go away. We got the 65 coming up. We know he has the tendency to race the leaders, so he'll be up there. Oh, you see Thad getting a little bit loose. I think I think everybody's starting to preach and pray that their tires hold on long enough and stay cool enough to where they don't lose grip. Let's go back here and let's look at the 25. See how loose he is. You see his wheel's a little bit more sturdy. Try to get some clean air on the nose. The temperatures look fine right now. They come to the line and make it 40 laps to go from Atlanta. And 65 in the wall again. I don't know why he's riding the wall. That was a choke. He could have ducked in right behind him. And I think he's going to lose. everybody's being patient. Still pretty single file. Now there's a little bit of kind of feathering out to kind of test the waters on the outside. But no one's going anywhere. 9 cars in the lead lap. The last car in the lead lap is the one of Ross Phillips. You see he's in the very back in that really bright orange Doritos #1 truck. Ooh, 96 is really having to defend these positions. Twenty-five goes low. He's not quite there. Josh is still able to defend off and cut off that nose if he gets too low. Made that mistake once. Surely he won't do it again. Ooh, slight contact between the 5 and the 96. That's Thad Miller and Jamie Griffin. 96 is loose again. No, he's not. He's coming to pit road. He is. Oh, good save. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad. So he comes to pit road 40 laps into his run. And see if he pushes the luck on everybody else and see what they all do. See the 77 and the 48, they're sitting back there. I didn't see anybody pull off. Like I said, they did about 42. This is lap 41. People fanning out. Might be it. I believe the 58 of Thad Miller's coming. The 25 is coming. The 44 is coming. He is coming in hot. He's going to lock it up in front of everybody. Good save. No, that could have been something. Don't really know what he's doing. But what do I know? I think everybody took 4 tires. Oh, I don't know where the 48 is going. And the 48 is just driving around aimlessly. That's the 48 of Justin Cadenhead. He's just whipping it on pit road. So let's go over here to these leaders if this thing will load. Any day now. There we go. 25, 44, there's 96. He's going to make his way around. Oh, no. Oh, no! Give me a... hot damn. Well, they're gonna have to stay. I'm sorry about the... There we go. Just had to Hit a little button. It should work. Alright, let's go back to live action. 30 laps to go around Atlanta. The 96 of Joshua McKinney did retain the lead after the pit stops. The 25 and the 44 have now joined in the battle for the win at Atlanta. Because everybody else kind of gone. Ross Phillips, he's 2.5 back. With Garrett Helmlinger, 2.5 back. Then Thad Miller, I don't think he'd have a very good pit stop there because he is now 4 seconds back. Running in 6th position, I will add, so still a great points night for him again. Brian Hennings in the 74. He's about in the same position as Thad, so they're about 3.5 to 4 seconds out from the leaders. The 48, we saw him doing some donuts on pit road. That's about knocked out his chances at doing anything tonight, unfortunately. And Joe Turkle, the last truck on the lead lap, he's in 9th. That's where we're sitting right now. Right now, it is Josh McKinney, Larry Dickerson, and Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez running for the win in the draft party. Ross Phillips and Garrett Helmlinger are actually reeling them in. See if they can join the party. $25. At some point, someone's going to make a move. In the 96, Josh McKinney's going to make a block, and it's going to be too late. No one's going to be lifting. They're going to be like Bubba Wallace at Las Vegas, and they ain't going to lift. See, Ross Phillips pulls up right behind the 44. He's got a teammate in the 77 that can push him around the outside. I know the 77 knows a thing or two about restrictor plate racing, but it is too early for that to happen. Thad Miller is reeling him in as well. They were over 3 seconds, and they're down to 2, and that's about where Garrett Helmlinger and Thad Miller were, so they should be able to link up and push around and catch up to this pack to make it a nice little... What would that be? That would be a 7-way party where they're all trying to get to the biggest present of all, and that is Victory Lane. Y'all like what I did there? That might have been my best one yet. Kudos to these guys for absolutely changing the trend of how restrictor plate racing normally goes. And if you're at home saying, oh, you mean wrecking every 30 seconds? That is exactly what I mean. And tonight they have made it a green flag race. I'm going to knock on some wood in case I just jinxed it. But surely we're bound to have one big wreck. Right, surely one. Ross Phillips, he pulls up. You see Thad Miller, I told you he would rejoin the party. And Morgan Cook joins the party, but he's a lap down. So he's waiting for a caution to get his lucky dog. He wants to get thrown back into this party. There's 8 trucks up front, having fun on the repaved Atlanta. 22 laps to go. You know, we haven't given Ross Phillips a ton of attention tonight. Let's go ahead and go on board and see what he's up to. You could just tell. You could just tell how slick it is around Atlanta. Oh, there he goes. We lost 44. And there's that caution, and unfortunately it does collect. Thad. So let's go back. That is mighty unfortunate. That is what I like to say, running out of talent. Because you saw him snap loose. Which is just put some wheel in it. And then ease the wheel back out. Don't snap it. Because if you snap it, going the speeds you're going, you go around pretty quick and you come right back down the track. A little virtual fight. So I said there's bound to be one wreck, right? So I kind of spoke that one into existence. So the 96, Joshua McKinney is leading. Someone like Thad, the 44, even the 15, they can go pit. And I see Thad did pit. He got his truck repaired. So we'll be rolling out there. So he'll be really clean, have the freshest tires. The 44 did the same thing. If I was Joe Turple, I would also do that. And what does this do? This gives Morgan Cook the opportunity to come up here and race for a win instead of being trapped a lap down. So he'll actually come and drive around and be in the top 10. So now the top 10 are on the lead lap. But till then, I'm going to leave the coverage on. I'm going to take a quick break. You are watching live coverage on Vector's Vision of the VSRL Truck Series race. Live from Atlanta. Pace car's off. Green flag's in the air. We should have 14 laps to go from Atlanta. Jacob Shoemaker asked the question, will cautions breed more cautions? You only have to think it would. But they've proved me wrong all night. my ticker is horribly messed up. There it goes. It is fixed. Josh McKinney with Ross Phillips. Ross Phillips going to go to his outside, really try to contend. That's net code. Oh, 96 saves it. What a save. Nope, 65 gets turned. No caution. See, Thad's trying to make his way through. There's the caution. Alright. So let's go back and look at this hot mess. Because it all starts up front when the 96 gets loose. And I can already tell you that is because of net code. You can see yeah, they're not touching. That's net code there. So that makes this mess. 96 good save. Thad Miller blinking in and out. Net code. Again, servers kind of falling through here. And then up here you see the 65 gets turned by the 5. Puts him up in the wall. Comes down in front of Justin Cadehead in the 48. Justin Cadehead, I think, gets lucky with net code. He drives through with no damage. 199 damage. 5 damage. 51 makes his way through. He should gain some positions. Yeah, that'll put him in 5th. And I think with all of this, I think this gives the 77 of Garrett Homelinger the lead. Brings in the 74 of Brian Hennings and the 44 who was just involved in the last wreck and recovered and is already back to 3rd. So 11 laps to go. Pacing. In the chat, who do we think is going to win this race? One lap to green. Jacob Shoemaker thinks Garrett will win it. Not a terrible guess. Somehow he finds his way up in the front of these stupid things. He's trying to not only point his way in, but he's trying to lock himself in with a win. Both 70s on the front row looking to have a say of who's going to win this. They come to the line. 9 laps to go around Atlanta. See the 77 Garrett Humlinger. He gets a good jump. He'll be out in front. He's leading the pack now. 74 tucks in behind him, towing the 44. 51 Morgan Cook. Remember we said he was just involved, or was just able to get his laps back. So he's now up there. He's running in the top 5. Garrett Humlinger gets shoved out front. He goes a little low. 25 Larry Dickerson. He goes high. He's going to try to get the outside line rolling. 44 shoves his nose low. They're going to be 3 wide coming through the tri-oval. Garrett Humlinger, he's going to try to defend the bottom. He goes down, trying to get a push from the 44. It looks like everybody has gone back to the 2 wide. 74, 25 now up front, or up top. Garrett comes off the bottom just a little bit to try to defend that position. Ross Phillips pushing in that third spot on the bottom. Garrett is hoping the 44 stays right behind him up until the very end. They'll come to the line. There'll be 7 laps to go. Outside's losing a little momentum. The 44 tandem style with the 77. Ross Phillips, the teammate. You see the 25, he drops down, and the 1 does a little crossover. He'll go up to the top. Garrett goes up to the top with him. Not a good move, in my opinion. I don't think that was the move. 44 now has the bottom. He gets pushed a little too hard by the 1. Almost another wreck. Good save. 44 of Luigi Diaz-Gonzalez takes the lead with 6 laps to go from Atlanta. Morgan Cook wants something to do about this. He pushes. He's the 3rd car in line on the bottom. The 1 and 77. Still trying to control the top, but they need more cars. Trucks. These are trucks, Adam. They need more trucks for this to develop. The 1's pushing the best he can. Now remember, you can't really push into the corners. You can push in the straightaways. Maybe through the tri-oval. Like the 77 got really close to leading that lap. He was 1/100th of a second off that last lap. They are side by side. The 25. I thought the 25 was going to try to make a move there. He doesn't. Garrett shoves his way down to the bottom. Garrett in the 77 takes the lead again with 5 laps to go from Atlanta. He's got to defend the top and the bottom. The 44 and the 25 were making moves earlier. Garrett's really hugging the bottom. The 44 gets a little loose. He's trying to just find a little clean air to put on the nose to be able to operate it. Luigi is pushing Garrett Humlinger around the bottom. Ross Phillips has lost a little momentum. See, the 44 gets a little loose right there. You still see him wiggling in the middle of the corner. The top has kind of lost its roll. 3 laps to go. It is now single wide at the bottom, 3 rows back. You don't see side by side until row 4. 25. He's going to kind of stick his nose and go up there and see what it's like up at top. Larry Dickerson getting a really good push from Ross Phillips in the 1. Whoa! 74 goes up to the wall. He's going to lose some positions there. Garrett still leading the way from the bottom. They're in 3 and 4 on lap 2. Garrett is really hoping the 44 stays with him and doesn't bump him. White flags in the air from Atlanta. They make it to the trial. Well, the 44 is trying to stick his nose underneath the 77. Not going to work. Going through 1 and 2. I think a big push is going to come right here from the 44 to the 77. Not enough. They make it down the back straightaway for the final time. 77 still at the bottom. This is the chance. The 1's really got to push. 44's trying to get there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It is not. Garrett Helmlinger is going to win from Atlanta. That was a damn good donut. That was a damn good donut. So we're going to plop that up there on the screen. And let's talk to these sons of bitches. God, they don't make this. Move it! Let's drag him up here. Let's drag up this race winner, Garrett Helmlinger. You got a copy?
Gotcha. Got me?
I was about to say, I don't know if he's talking.
Holy crap.
So, man, you survived the internet woes that you were going to have tonight. And you survived the up and down night you had. You had some contact. You had to put in the fast repair, and one good little caution that happened for you, where you made it through. You put yourself in the lead, and I'll be damned, you held on and put it in victory lane at the end.
Honestly, what set me up to be in that position was unfortunately the net code between the 96 and the 1. And had that not happened, I have no idea how it would have played out for me. But those last few laps, that was more intense than at Talladega. Between the 44 behind me, and I just knew that everybody behind him was getting antsy, and then with the 25 on my outside, I really thought that he was going to get me.
And the trucks being not just a touch free, but a big old throw into the alignment free, because if you put too much wheel on it, everybody was. I mean, that was all of our cautions and wrecks tonight.
Well, I was telling the 44 right there at the last run. I was like, "Don't push me! Don't push me!" Just I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to, because I knew that if he pushed me, that the car behind him was going to be right up behind him and pushing him, and it would have just created a disaster up front, and that was the last thing I wanted. But honestly, huge kudos to everybody that worked with Orange Speed tonight. We've got Austin and Justin out here. I love that. They were both having a really good night. Austin had something unfortunate happen, and he ended up pretty far back. But Ross, big giant kudos to him. He could have easily pushed Larry right past me. I think he had the truck to do it. And Morgan got caught by the police in that first pit stop, and that really took him out. But I'm glad that he was able to rebound for a top 5 for the whole team. But I guess I can use this platform now to not only thank my team, but thank the league and thank everybody who is watching, and anybody who has anything having to do with this league. I don't win very often, and that it makes it tough because we got a lot of good guys in here, and a lot of good guys that are able to win week in, week out. A few guys missing tonight that are normally out here, but yeah, hell yeah, we're in the playoffs now. That takes a lot of pressure off my back the next 3 races. So
well, I mean, you were probably going to point in But if
Probably.
there was more winners, if there was 4 new winners the last 4 races, you were gonna be hosed.
And the performance by everybody tonight was phenomenal. The fact that we got to almost lap 100 without our first yellow, and that's really saying something. Because if you go look at the results of this track with this truck, um, it's not a good track record. It's there's
I was telling everybody that too. I was like, look, this can go either way. This could be like how our league has been, other than I think one race where it was like, what the hell are we doing? I mean, this could be really good racing where it's green flag and stuff like that, where I don't know what the strategy's gonna do, or this could be like what I think it's honestly gonna be is well, the best way to put it is a shit show where everybody's wrecking every 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it wasn't that. It was really good. The green flag pit stops, everybody did really well. The strategy on that kind of played a big factor in the finish of that race. But like, I'm almost at a loss for words right now, just because I obviously didn't expect it to end that way. I was fully expecting it to be like a Talladega, where when we hit the white flag, I just knew. Right when we hit the white flag, I was like, well, this has been fun, but I'm about to lose the lead to somebody. Um, but yeah, holy crap. What a night, what a track, what a race. I can't wait to get these next few races going. Um, and yeah, I just really honestly, I can't thank everybody enough. Anybody who gets to this point in the broadcast is watching this interview. If you have anything to do with the league, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are the reason that I put all this together and put all the effort into it. And well, I'm going to continue to do it. And Adam for hanging down the broadcast, Matt for being race control, and all the drivers. Everybody who come out week after week. It's freaking awesome.
I enjoy it. This was one of the better races this year. Probably
Good,
the
I
most.
cannot wait to watch the broadcast in this one.
Probably the most y'all they've heard me talk in a couple weeks with the voice going out and all the other. Oh my god, the voice going out, being sick.
Of course,
the one night
the one night I win is the one night is the one night that I don't have a voice. So
yeah, hey, I was just passing it on to you. Sorry about that.
yeah, probably.
All right, man.
But cool.
Congratulations.
Get these other guys in here.
Yeah, let's get these plebs. Who's next? Who's next? I gotta bring up. Is it okay? Is it Luigi? Luigi. I'm going with Luigi. All right, hang on. Okay, so I brought you up here. All right, I want you to tell everybody what your name is, so I don't butcher it.
Squeege or what?
Like, well, however you say your name. How do you say your name? What does everybody call you?
Luigi Gonzalez.
Okay, just to make sure I didn't butcher it. So I was calling you Luigi Gonzalez during the race, and I was like, unless he tells me differently, that's what I'll rock with. But since you finished second and you have a perfect platform, I wanted you to tell everybody what your name was going to be. So I'm glad I wouldn't mess that up. But hey, you had a you had a little bit of a fun show there at the end. You ended up getting a little loose. Made contact with some people. You fixed the truck. You weren't in the best position, but another caution came out, and you found yourself back up there in the top 4 to make a run at victory against the 77. But you came up just a little bit short, man. So, what did you need tonight, ultimately at the end of there, to try to put it in victory lane?
Luck. That's all I needed, man. There was like some point. Alright. So, down the backstretch, I was really hoping second place guy would get a big run and maybe Garrett would block a little bit late and hit himself in the outside wall. I prayed to God they wouldn't come down and clip me, and maybe that's what maybe got me the run. There was times in the race where I just wanted to push him, but then I remember he said please do not push, and then I remember we were down the backstretch, but I didn't push him because I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable.
So that's a good move there to not do that. So I was watching your onboard. I couldn't tell if you were I don't know, a hair loose or anything. So was the handling of the truck a little odd, being a restrictor plate with air quote style racetrack?
Yeah, it's probably because I was in the car setup looking around with the steering ratio. I turned it up a little bit too high and turned down something. Yeah, I just turned down something and I just went with it.
Yeah. So it looks like...
it was.
Go ahead.
It's meant to be like my qualifying setup, but I just sometimes forget to just change it. This is one of those times where I just forgot to change it.
Yeah, man. So congratulations on your second place finish. It's your best finish I've seen you. I've never talked to you before, so it is definitely the best finish you've had.
Yep.
Um, so we look forward to seeing you week after week.
Thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
is there anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank Ford 213 Simware and my boy Charlie for consenting and joining the league. Also Blazer, who I didn't even think was gonna join, but I never invited him, so glad that he found it all by himself. I might invite a couple more of my friends. I don't know which ones I'd invite. I'll probably invite my boy Zachary Mers and someone else who hopefully has a wheel and understands the concept of the racing simulator.
Yeah, man. We appreciate that, helping the league grow. Congratulations again on finishing second at a pretty difficult
Thank
race
you.
track. You go enjoy the rest of your night.
I will. Thanks. Thanks, Adam.
Uh-huh. And that was second place finisher. So now I'm going to bring up Larry Dickerson, your third place finisher. Larry, you got Adam up in the broadcast booth, man. You got a copy?
Got you loud and clear, brother.
Whoa, man, give me just a second. I got to crank you up. You're quiet. So hang on, give me a second. All right. Well, you kind of came out of right field, to be honest with you. I was watching it, just watching everybody do their thing, and you were in the middle of the pack, kind of just cruising. It was single file for most of the race, but all of a sudden at the end, you just shot out of a cannon, and you were sitting in third, and then you made a move. You were in the lead at one point, but you ended up falling back to third, where you settled for your finish. What?
Yeah.
Like, where did you come from? Were you just chilling?
Yeah, the first part of the race, being at this new Atlanta, every race I've been in, this has been not a crapshoot of just catastrophe. Everything I've ran in it. So I just didn't want to take that chance of getting up front early. Something happened, use the fast repair, and then get caught up with something later on, and then that just be the end of my race. But I know the first run, I sat back there with, I think it was Ross. Me and him were laying back the whole time, and that was kind of my game plan. And then it seemed like the further we went along in the race, it just people started having problems, and I kept moving up. And then on the pit stops, I kept getting more and more position on through pit stops too. So just a lot of efficiency in pit stops, and just knowing how to time when to make passes and when to stay in line and be patient was a big thing for me.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people I was seeing that tonight, they would stick their nose out and try to make a pass on the outside, but they would ultimately, as soon as that clean air hit their nose, they would just stall out immediately. So I don't really. It was weird though. If you're leading though and getting pushed, you're fast as hell.
Yeah.
And in line you're fast, but the moment you stick out there and you're naked and you got no one behind you, that clean air just deploys that parachute and you go absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, well, the only one I could see that could make it work by himself was the who was that? Jamie in the 5 when he was, I think he said 2 laps down. He was side drafting leaders the whole time. And eventually, when I got up there too, he was the only one I could see by himself that could stick side by. But he was doing a lot of side drafting too, so that played a lot of part in it.
Yeah, man. Well, you like you said, your strategy, was to survive. You did. Well, we only had 2 cautions, and they were pretty late in the race. So, I mean, that's just normal restrictor racing at the end of the race. Usually there's 1 or 2. But other than that, man, you had a solid-ass night.
Yeah, I got involved in those 2 wrecks, so I guess you can say I got kind of lucky because I finished with 8X.
Yeah.
But I know the first one I got damaged from on the right corner panel from checking up, and the 12 got into me because he never had enough time to check up, so that kind of ended and ruined his night. Then that last one with Ross and Josh was weird, but Josh got me when he came down the track on my corner panel even more, and I somehow saved it, but I think I accidentally was the cause of that last big wreck, cause when I saved it and came back on the track, some of the guys didn't have enough time to check up and react to me, and it caused that big wreck. And I hate it for everybody to get involved in that, but it was kind of like I had to do what I had to do to save it, and I just ended up having to come back up the track and accidentally causing people to hit into each other.
Yeah, well, Unless you got hit by the police, like a lot of people did tonight, whether it was the speeding police or getting an EOL. But if you didn't get hit with nothing, guess what? In my opinion, you didn't do nothing wrong. So you're good.
Yeah. Well, you almost didn't get a chance to talk to me because when I had that last caution, I got hit in the corner panel. I was getting ready to come in, and thankfully Ross, who stuck with me the whole race, even when we got up front and was drafting me there in on the top lane, he actually told me to stay out because he didn't think it was going to be that big of a disadvantage. And thank God I listened to him because I was getting ready to come in and throw that track position away. And what I saw coming to the checker fair in my mirror, I would not been able to pass nobody back. So it was a good choice to stay out. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Ross.
Hey, Ross is a team player for everybody. He don't just hang out with Orange Speed. He's like, hell nah, help everybody out. So
Oh yeah, I mean I've accidentally got into him one race and I felt bad, and then the Charlotte deal he felt like I cut him off, and I kind of did cut him off early in the race, so I apologize for that too. But other than that, man, Ross is an excellent competitor. He's fast as hell every weekend, just like all the rest of the guys. But I really enjoy racing with Ross, Garrett, everybody. They make this is a fun league. I suggest anybody who's looking for a league to join, come run this with us. It is fun.
yeah, Garrett has taken a lot of things he's done and made it better and made a pretty good product, I must say. The only thing
yeah.
we're missing is more drivers, so come on and join
Well,
if you're watching this.
I talked to Dylan earlier today, and he's hoping he can get back to racing with us soon, but he kind of put pressure on me. He raced a league race last night and won, so I kind of feel a little bit of pressure. I feel like I let him down.
Hey, if you're getting interviewed, you had a pretty good finish. Maybe it's not the best race like as a whole, but as long as you have a good finish, who gives a damn?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I told Garrett, I thought I had him at the end. I thought I had enough speed, but just couldn't get enough push there at the end to get him fully.
Yeah. Well, man, congratulations. Oh, I guess here. You got anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Dylan, who's not racing with us. Garrett for, like I said, everything he does for this league and all that. Everybody who's an admin. We put on a hell of a show, I think, every week for the people who watch, and y'all do a great ass job running this league. You for your awesome broadcast every weekend. It's always fun whenever I get a chance to talk to you. And give a shout out to also Josh. Me and him was working together, like I said earlier tonight when we were up front, but I know he had a bad luck. My wife, and again, autism, any forms of autism, especially the one on my car, well, my truck. Angelman syndrome, anybody who can help out with that. It's a rare form of autism, affects people differently and very drastically in some situations. So anybody can go onto the foundation to help out with that and donate. We greatly appreciate it. And that'd be it, brother.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
Running night, Larry.
Another great week.
Oh yeah, like you still told me earlier, I've been running very consistent. That's what I aim for every week.
You scared the shit out of me on that last couple of laps. Say that.
Dude, like I said, I thought I was going to get a chance to get up next to you, but I know Ross said he had Josh bumping him, so he couldn't get to my bumper to fully get me up next to you.
Larry, hang around for a second because I have an idea that just hit me. So let me end this stream and then we'll talk about that idea. But that's gonna do it tonight, guys. Race number 7 from Georgia, the little draft party we just had around the repaved Atlanta, where the race was pretty peachy. Garrett, you see what I did there? Peaches, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Good shit.
Hell yeah, I'm getting good at this. Anyway, hot dogs. That's gonna end it for tonight, though. I hope you enjoyed the race because I sure as hell did. But until next week, thank you so much for watching, and good night.